Most gyms sell access. We've spent 14 years building results, a community and a standard that's very hard to replicate. So Dan, what's kept you here for 11 plus years?
Besides being nuts. I do genuinely have a passion for it. I think you have to. It's not the easiest job, I don't think, and I can understand why for a lot of people the thought of spending 10 or 11 years or longer, early mornings, late nights, you do have to sacrifice certain things. But yeah, I think just an absolute passion for what we do, a belief in what we do. Most importantly, I think that's crucial. You can't put that sort of time in, that much of your life, into something that you don't 100% believe in. So yeah, I think that's probably it. Just a passion for actually wanting to help people, and also having the control and the influence to do it in the way that I believe is the correct way to do it. Because for me, that's everything. And it'll always be everything. You can say tomorrow, right, well, I'm going to half your money and we're going to keep doing it the way we're doing it. I'll triple your money, but I want you doing something that you don't believe in. I would keep doing what I'm doing for half the money because I don't care. I can't be bought, I can't be sold. I want to do what I do, how I believe is the right way to do it. And I've always been allowed to do that.
I suppose an example of this would be where people used to sell I've seen other gyms sell, we're going into ketosis sticks.
Oh, like me,
do you know what I mean?
We could have sold anything over the last 10 years and made good money and a lot of money doing it if we wanted to do that, but it's never been about that. It's like I said, it's about having an actual passion for training, for everything that involves, and for helping other people do that.
What do you reckon's changed in that last 11 years within the industry?
Everything and everything again, because it cycles. It's like anything, it moves in constant cycles, and we've been through every cycle possible. Where do you start? Do you know what I mean? It's like you could pick any moment in time, and there's always been the thing of the time. I think it's been important not to try to move with that, not to try to change it, to try to change as what's fashionable comes along and goes. The industry's always changing. Like I said, for years it was low carb, it was CrossFit, now it's slimming jabs. It's like, it's just, there's always something that's changing or coming or going. Yeah, it never ends.
And all it is a calorie deficit and resistance training, Dan.
Same as it's been for the last 10,000 years of human evolution.
Mental that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why do you think most gyms fail, but we haven't?
I think it's probably that. It's probably like, because the fitness industry moves in cycles, cycles fizzle out in the change. That's how it works. If you jump onto a cycle, then inevitably that's going to fizzle out. It's going to become unfashionable. And then what? You've pinned your whole identity to this thing that's currently popular. CrossFit's probably the great example for that. Right, that's it. Everything all in. And then it's gone in a few years and you go with it. And it's, if you're constantly jumping on that wheel, eventually it's going to come round and that's not going to be the thing anymore. And if you then jump onto something else, having already nailed your mast to whatever you were last pedaling, it kind of loses credibility. You know, if you're constantly changing all the time and this is how to do it. Oh no, this is how to do it. No, wait, this is how to do it. Depending on what's fashionable, people aren't going to believe in you because it's say, wait, how long? You're telling us this now? 2 months ago you told us that was the way to do it. So you kind of get stuck. You get trapped. You're either trapped in something that's no longer desirable, or you end up losing credibility by jumping and jumping and jumping. So I think it's just the fact that we've actually have a clear message and we've always stuck to it no matter what.
I suppose this is one of the why when you hear of an old school bodybuilding gym, well, they haven't failed because they're still doing the same thing. They've done the same. They've still got the equipment from the 1970s, but it still works. That's the thing.
It's always worked. It always will. And this is the thing. It's like people always look for something new that's going to make it easier or different or more interesting, rather than just facing the reality of this is what works. Do it well, and I'd argue we do it better than anyone.
Set of dumbbells, set of barbells.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
You don't need a lot. It's just resistance. Any way to increase resistance. What was the original vision?
I should have looked at these, shouldn't I? I should have given myself more time on them. The original vision, geez, I mean, like the obviously the original vision was, I mean, it was still from my dad's garage, obviously personal training, using resistance training. That was the thing. I suppose we did go down the boot camp route of trying to get more people to exercise, like get that group training, get that community element involved. But the fundamentals was always the resistance training behind it. I mean, yes, I did a little bit of MMA, so the MMA conditioning came along to get people moving in that. I suppose we didn't have a clear vision from the start, but the results, I suppose the results was always a clear vision from the very start, to be fair. I was obsessed with, like, I mean, straight away it was, right, I want to say the progress, because that's what it is all about. Because you're not just going to the gym to go for the gym's sake, you're going to the gym to get a result of some form or kind. And it was up to me at that beginning to get it. From the very first person who I trained for free, I was like, right, we're doing this, we're going to do this for 12 weeks, we're going to like see the progress along the way. And we've stuck to that vision of being able to always visually see the progression in people. But it wasn't until obviously we got the studio, and then it was the small group weightlifting in there, and that pretty much has stuck throughout. Like, because there's only so many hours in the day you can fill in your one-to-ones, and then it was like, well, actually we can get 3 people in the studio at the time on a small group thing, and then obviously once we've opened here, and then Sunderland concert, and then it has been that small group format of purely weightlifting. Yes, we did Team Carnage for absolutely years, which was an evolution of the boot camp slash circuit slash MMA conditioning, which nobody knew that it was MMA conditioning. But that was, I suppose, from a business sense, it was a business sense. It is what people wanted, but we were still doing that small group weightlifting from the very beginning, and that's always our passion. Don't get us wrong, I like a bit conditioning. Yeah, you like a bit conditioning. Definitely. Yeah, it has its place, but the fundamentals of resistance training, and to be able to coach people who's never done resistance training or have been scared to do resistance training, where I used to obviously train in commercial gyms, it was always a bit of a men's section, women's pink dumbbells, and it's like that. And people were scared to come into the resistance part. And even I would go on machines when I was younger because I didn't want to even enter that part. So I think that's always been a thing in our head of like, it should be accessible for everybody. It's the best form of training for longevity, life, whatever else. And we've always wanted to give that to the people who have been scared to go into those kind of environments.
When do you feel like it became more than a gym?
Probably from the very, very beginning, to be fair. That's my ring doorbell, not yours. Probably from the very beginning of when we, I suppose, in the studio. So yeah, we obviously did have our field boot camp clients. We had our studio clients who were the small group weightlifting when we were doing 3 in a session, but we had a few sessions across the day, and we arranged nights out, and it was that community thing of like everybody getting together, even though they didn't know it, they passed each other as they were going into the other sessions, but that was it, and it built that community, and that was more than the gym really. If you can talk to people outside of that and you've formed friendships, I mean, some of them people, like for life people back then, I mean, so some of them are still here. Do you know what I mean? That's the crazy part. So it's that's when I felt like it.
What do we do that others still don't do?
Fully coach people. I think that because I know a lot of gym owners now. Been with people like all across the UK, I know loads of gym owners, and when I'm even talking to them, the level of coaching what we do is higher than what people get in one-to-ones. like especially on our in-house online, we coach them 4 days a week, and we like write every number on that board. We control every single weight. We'll control every single bloody calorie if we can. We check in with them. Like, we basically, especially in-house, we're coaching them fully online. What people pay £200-400 a month for, they get that included within that personal training session. They can walk through those doors and don't have to think. It's like when I'm talking to other people about it, and they're paying more than what they're paying here, and the maybe only getting 3 sessions a week somewhere else, they're still having to know their own weight. The sessions wrote on the board, and the coach will say, right, we're doing this, this, and this today, and like, here's the weights. I mean, I went to a place in past London a few months ago, and we joined into a session. I know I was only there for a day pass thing, and they pay a lot more than what it's actually double to what we pay, and you book onto a class, so you're never with the same coach. I mean, there might be the same coach doing that throughout, but it's like the workouts on the board, and it was a canny workout, don't get us wrong, but they were just saying like what rep range it was, and like they were saying to go up each time if the rep range went down, but nobody knew what, like, you had to pick your own weight.
Yeah.
And for us, when people walk through them doors, it's like they do not have to think. And I think that's like we fully fucking coach people. And if you want that all in one package, with a place to come to.
Nice.
Why? So this is, I mean, we post transformations every week. Regardless, you know my systems.
Yep.
you know how, like, I've got, like I was telling you the other day, like, we've got them all the way booked till, I mean, this is out now in April, but we've got transformations booked week to week all the way up to October time, and then we've still got more to go after that. But why is weekly transformations so rare?
Weekly transformations in terms of having the volume to be able to post them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because people just aren't getting those sorts of results on that scale. You don't see it. Like, you go into any other personal trainer or coach's thing, and they'll have like the 2 or 3 superstars. Everyone has them. Every coach has like their golden geese. Fucking go on our reels, like, you know, your highlights. Like, you've got 3 full. Yeah. Like, I'm having to replace some of my earlier ones now.
Oh, actually, I've got 5 on the Barbell Club.
To fit them in, and like most people probably don't even actually go through them. But it's like, to be able to post 52 good transformations, like, these aren't just like, you'll see like PTs will post like someone's lost 5 or 6 pounds, and it's great, it's progress. Like, I'm not trying to, all progress is progress, but like the transformations that we are posting, this is full from starting position to literally photo shoot quality results, and we're posting 52 a year constantly. Nobody else is getting that output of results consistently.
I think on that, because from a coaching standpoint, say one of these people who we've posted, and by the way, these aren't like just done in 12 weeks, these are sometimes done in 18 months, 2 years, whatever else. But if we were to record, we could have gotten another 24 worth of, 4 weeks, she's lost 2 pounds, 4 weeks. So we could have spread it out like that, because that's how some coaches, and don't get us wrong, some coaches do that, and it is always but we're talking transformation here rather than just progress.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say transformation as well, because it's like, that feels like it's the end result, because it's not the end result.
I mean, a lot of the time, this is somebody coming in who is massively overweight, carrying a lot of fat, no muscle at all, no training experience, no sort of fitness levels, to being like posing ripped. Like, that's a fucking extreme. And like you said, most coaches, they might get 1, they might get 2. They're not getting that level of all the time to the point where it almost becomes normal. And you like, for us, it's like you almost don't even appreciate it anymore. How it felt like the actual fucking hell, that's huge, because it's just constant.
Yeah, I think many years ago, like, if I got that one transformation, it'd be like me, wow, that, like, the biggest thing in the world.
And now it's just normal. But it's just the system. It's just having a system in place that works and sticking to it.
And this is the thing, it's like, I think it's so rare in any way for like to be able to say that, and that's why I'm so proud of, for me, you, Sarah, to be able to fucking push these out every single week. And the crazy thing is, we're not a transformation gym.
No. Yeah. Most people are turning up every day to train for all the reasons why you should be training, and then, like I said, they may get the inclination after a while to jump onto a shred. But I think it's that thing of rather than judging people on the successes, you should judge people on the failures. So if you've got a coach and they've had 50 clients come through the door, and one of those clients has got these great results, that means 49 haven't. Like, look at the percentage of our clients that are doing this, that are achieving this, the success rate. And obviously it's not everyone's thing, it's not everyone's goal. We don't ever expect anyone to have the same goal. There's no reason for anyone to have the same goal. But the percentage of clients that you're getting these sorts of results with is ridiculous. Like, almost my entire fucking concert gym have done a fucking transformation, which is mental. You know what I mean? It's not like you're getting, well, look, I got this result with this one client. Yeah, but that means your other however many clients didn't get that result. It's like they're all getting it, on most of them. Yeah, you've got a kind of wall of fame, don't you? It's not just isolated to concerts. It's just easy to use concerts as an example because I'm there and it's smaller. It's the percentage of successes and the percentage of people that are achieving those extreme results that isn't normal.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you think we've got about 250 members, something like that, and we're getting 52 transformation,
and we're not having a high turnover. These members are staying. And that's the thing. And those 52 a year short add up into your 250. Do you know what I mean? Over 4 or 5 years, that could be the majority of your members haven't done. And it's a high success rate. And like I said, judge somebody on the failures, not the successes. If everyone's coming in and only maybe 1 or 2 people are succeeding, there's a fucking problem. If the majority of people are getting to where they want to be, because let's face it, most people who join a gym, who start anything like what we do, they want a result. They currently don't feel good, and they want to feel good. Yes, we can say you should be training for this reason, longevity, all this, and it's all nice, it's all lovely, and it's all super important, arguably more important. But people want that transformation. They want to look good. They want to go on holiday and feel good. And if they're not getting that, eventually they will leave, no matter how much they enjoy the training, no matter how good it is for them. If they aren't getting to the point where they feel good in themselves, they're just going to go.
And even if we don't share the transformations, I mean, you do it really well. Like, you're sharing their success in the 5 rep maxes and all the rest of it, all the tiny wins, what you'll never see. And this is why, when it comes to, when I said about true coaching, we're looking at the numbers, we're progressing them. It isn't just the numbers on the scale. It isn't just the photo shoot ready results, what we get. They're progressing.
Well, so many people don't understand, like, periodization and programming and stuff. And like, I'm sitting there and like quite a lot of them have hit like PBs and that this week. And then it's like, should we do the picture? It's like, no, because in 4 weeks time we're going out, but then I'm bringing deadlifts back in, and then we'll be peaking them, and then you'll get more. Because like, it's all already planned out. So it's like, we're not going to take the PB yet. We're going to wait, because I've got, in 4 weeks time, I'm planning on you doing this number or doing this, and I'd rather wait till we've got the big milestone. It's like, how many people are planning and thinking and programming the training in that way for normal people? That's how fucking bodybuilders, powerlifters, like actual people who are in the industry train. This isn't how most people are training normal people. No normal people have like an 8-week deadlift progression. It doesn't happen, but this is getting implemented on a mass scale, which is what's creating these outcomes. And we do have the best bench pressing women in the Northeast. Now, I worked out the other day, how fucking mad's this? Chrissy's a different breed. She's doing 80 for 5x5. But hang on, I had at least 5 women benching 60 kilogram for 5x5.
Jesus Christ.
More, 6 out of 24 clients, not all of which are women.
I was going to say.
So that's like probably over 25% of female clients benching 60 kilogram for 5x5.
Wow.
The rest are benching 40.
And if you look, and honestly, if you go look in some gyms, like this isn't any disrespect in weights or anything like that, but you'll say like maybe it's 30 kilos, something like that, and some of our women, like when they're benching 40, they're thinking it's not as much because they're looking around.
Well, yeah, they don't realize. It's like if you go into a gym class and there's a last benching 80 and another 2 benching 60 and you're benching 40, you think, I'm the fucking weakling here.
Yeah.
But hey, you're stronger than 90% of women on earth.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no realization because you're in an elite company.
Yes, that is totally right.
It is what it is.
What does it take to reach photo shoot levels?
A lot of grit and determination, I think. I think you have to have standards for yourself because, like you said, not everyone is going to do that. The ones that do, I do think that you have to have a certain level of grit. I think you have to possess a lot of skills and traits that are seriously lacking in the vast majority of the population these days. And obviously it is always that like attracts like thing. We do seem to get a certain type of of people who have that, or if they don't, we create a culture which makes them develop that. But yeah, it does take a lot of hard work and discipline, especially over like the 12 weeks. We're not going to sit there and say that like doing a shred or a strict diet is easy. It's really not. It's challenging for us, and it's more of a focus to us than it would be to a normal person who's got a normal 9-to-5 job and a family. And yeah, it amazes me sometimes. Like I look at some of the clients' lives where they have got mad job schedules and kids and everything else, and for what they do fit in, like hats off to them, because honestly I don't know if I could do it in some of their circumstances. So yeah, I think a lot of grit, a lot of determination for the last 12 weeks, but patience, because the thing that people always get mixed up is the shred needs to be the last 12 weeks, not the first 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And that last 12 weeks of discipline is pointless unless you've had the patience of training for probably a year to 2 years beforehand to put the groundwork in. And this is always the thing that people don't get. You need to build something to diet down to.
Yeah.
If you come in and you're overweight, you've got a lot of fat in your body, you don't have a lot of muscle, we need to get rid of the fat first, then we need to build up some of the muscle, which is then going to put a little bit of fat back on, and then we need to trim the fat off again, and then you're going to have your photo shoot ready for sleep. There's a lot that goes into that. Most people can't just come in and do that 12 weeks. So yeah, I think patience, grit and determination, and internal standards of actually wanting to push yourself to achieve something.
Yeah, because I think like when we're talking about our transformations, it is probably, say, a year plus 12 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
It isn't just, X has done this and X, Y, Z.
It's like if you need the shred, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
To lose your first £20 rather than your last £20 you failed before you've started.
Yeah, that's going to all come back.
If you need a specific strict period of diet to lose your very first £20, it's no good. The shred's your last £20 when you've already lost 50 or 60 or 70 beforehand.
Yeah.
And it's always hard to explain that to clients, because everybody is impatient. This is again the patience thing. People want to come in and they want it now. They want it straight away. It's hard to tell someone that like, right, well, they're doing a shred at the minute. Great, you can do one, but it's probably going to be a year away. Oh, but I want results now. Well, yeah, but unfortunately, your body isn't in the position it needs to be in order to do that yet. But we can get you there. But that's how long it's going to take.
I think even on that, like, what does it say to reach photo shoot level? It's like, and I think that also depends on what photo shoot level means to you, because I think people probably out there thinking photo shoot level, that means absolutely ripped to bits and all the rest of it. I never see photo shoot level as that. I see photo shoot level as like, obviously a lot better shape than what you were, but more of a confidence thing of like, I don't know, 50-year-old woman, you've done every diet in the world before, but now you've actually getting into resistance training for a year. You can see your arm definition, you can see maybe it's the top abs a little bit, you know what I mean? Like you can see definition, you can see your arse is a little bit perkier, and it's like, right, fuck it, I feel as though like I'm getting there, and like, yeah, let's fucking flaunt it a bit.
Yeah.
Like that's where I see it. It doesn't, photo shoot level doesn't mean necessarily is lean, like practically invisible. I mean, don't get us wrong, you'll look mint if you do.
Of course.
If you do get to that, you look mint for one day. But photo shoot levels of what I see is, personally to me, the everyday person just looking and feeling fucking confident and fucking having that new profile picture.
Oh, of course. And like, everyone's always super harsh on themselves, but you've just got to think, like, for anyone scrolling through, they're going to go, fucking hell, they look good. But like, building muscle is fucking hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. It's harder for women, and it's even harder for older women. And for like a lot of our clients who are like, say, 40 plus women, to be able to fucking build muscle and have a set of guns to show off.
Yeah.
Like, you want to get your pictures done, fucking great. Like, it should be, that's what it should be about.
But from their point of view, they've grew up in the 80s, 90s, whatever, skinny.
Well, of course.
And like now, 50-year-old, I want to feel fucking strong.
Aye.
I want to be strong for life. And it's like, I'm going to show the fucking muscles.
Yeah,
I'm going to show me kids, like, look at this, man.
No, it's mint. It's really good.
So why do most people never get there?
I mean, the thing is, it's hard because most people only applies outside of our gym. Because I would argue the majority of people in our gyms do make good progress. In a sense, I mean, I don't think there's any client that comes that isn't getting stronger, that isn't making progress in terms of the training, because we're in control of that. Where the client has to take ownership and control is obviously the diet side, the lifestyle of things, and that isn't for everyone. So obviously that side of things, for a lot of people, lets people down. You will get the physical results from the training, because in order to get those physical results, all you need to do is turn up every day, and we will ensure that you get the physical results in terms of building muscle and building strength. What we can't control is the dieting side, which comes down to your discipline with nutrition and your discipline with activity and all those sorts of things. That's kind of in your, we'll tell you how to do it. I always say, we're the sat nav. We're giving you the directions, but we aren't even in the car with you. We're just giving you the directions. In the training, not only are we in the car, we're driving the car.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a mint example.
When it comes to training, you're going to get exactly where you need to be, because I'm literally driving you there. When it comes to everything else, I'm not even in the car. I've just given you the directions and said, go. If you say left and you turn right, I can't do anything. I can be the best coach in the world. I can't do anything about that. Outside of here, like I say, if anyone's going to struggle here to get to those levels of results, that's going to be why. It's going to be the things outside of the gym. Outside of here, it's going to be the training as well, because people aren't training like that. They aren't getting coached, they aren't following a proper program, they aren't lifting heavy enough, they aren't training with enough intent or intensity to build muscle, to change the body. So yeah, there's so many things that go into the process of getting somebody lean with a good amount of muscle. And most people aren't doing any of it right outside of our little environment. Like I said, in our little environment, your training's going to be sorted regardless. If you are going to struggle, it's going to be on the things outside of the gym. And yeah, it is what it is. That is where people are going to fall down. Across the board, outside of it, all three areas. Inside, probably only the two. What is the biggest change in clients?
What's the biggest change in clients? I mean, confidence. Like, I mean, if they come to us, it's always the confidence. I mean, God, some people change so dramatically, to be fair. Like, some people come in like,
yeah, it's mad.
Scared. And don't get us wrong, like, any new environment you go into, you're always going to be a little bit reserved and all the rest of it. But there's some people who have, probably over the years, like, wrote off.
Yeah. Because
I sort of know, like, I've fucking hell, damn, we've, like me, you, Sarah, we've seen 3,500 people come through these doors. So there's some people who have probably, like, wrote off, like, they're not going to last. Like, they're not going to fit or whatever else. And they're fucking still here now. They're still here now, like, organising days out and nights out, and do you know what I mean? And I think that, like, it's mad really, because, like, I don't know, probably from me and you, it's like, we wouldn't go join a gym to find a community and
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like we'd go and like, right, we're getting our training done, that's it, bum 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 bum. But that's what people come here, like, or whatever else. It's like they come for the they come for the result, they stay for the community, and they come for the result. They find that they've actually found the people, they've found the confidence, they've found strength, they've seen that bicep pop, and I think when that confidence comes along for the biggest change in them, like they do. I mean, it might not be good for the partners because they might leave the partners, or they might the partners feel like down because they're excelling. But that's fucking life. And and at the end of the day, you should support these people on if they're growing as a person and feeling happier, have a much better outlook on life, all through just bloody lifting some dumbbells and barbells. Happy days.
Mint. Why do you think clients succeed?
I think there has to be an internal spark. There has to be something, especially for succession, let's say in the results category, there has to be something what really sparks it and to really find the rhythm with it. But I think they finally found a training what works for them in a way. Let's use a 50-year-old woman for example again. What's when fucking step classes on the bike? What's it called? Spin.
Oh, yeah.
Spin, and then running and cardio and boot camps and this and that and whatever else. And then they finally come to see something what's a little bit slower paced, something where they can constantly see that progression going up on the weights, number going down on the scales, because we're coaching them. You can't fucking eat more, man. Stop thinking you've got a crash diet and have these cabbage soup diets, what you used to have, or whatever else they used to have. It's like, look fucking, you can eat chicken and whatever else all day, do you know what I mean? You can have satiating foods. And then the succession of seeing that progress, of feeling strong, of feeling part of something. Yeah.
I think control is addictive. And when you find something that actually works, it's like you never want it to end. You never want to let go of it, because most people never ever feel like they have any level of control with what's happening to the body. It's like some sort of mystery. They just sort of throw shit at the wall and hope something changes.
Yeah.
To actually have that control where right, I know why this is working and I know how to make it work for any outcome, is empowering massively.
Something needs to click, I think, with any succession in anything. It's like, it has to be a final, there has to be some weird light bulb moment in it all. And it could be like where you share someone's 5x5 deadlift or something like that. It's like, fucking hell, that's double my body weight. And it's like, this shit works.
The amount of lads I get coming over to me, asking me about things I've posted out, the lasses. What's that way to do that? Are you sure? Is that right? Is that the right exercise? Like this one? And it's because they can't do it.
Yes,
So they'll see it, so they're like, they must be doing it differently to how I'm doing. There must be a reason why this lass is lifting more than I am. I'm like, no, they're just fucking strong.
Yeah.
What's the biggest lie about transformations?
Body measurements. Body measurements is the biggest lie about transformations. We used to do body measurements when people came in. We used to try and do it every 4 weeks, and the amount of slip-ups or anything what could be there, and even in our heads it's like, shit, I've got to tell her there's a fucking extra inch on here, and we would. But what I still see from now, even some top-level coaches who will post, this comes back to this results. You could post results however long. I know somebody who posts results every 2 weeks, right? Of the same people. Fucking Karen's fucking dropped 6 inches total from her body. Her weight stayed the same though. Do you know what I mean? And then another 2 weeks, her weight stayed the same, but she's lost 12 inches now. You can fudge them.
Well, you're going to get the result you want.
Yeah.
You're going to make the result you want happen. But ultimately, as much as people hate the scales, and yes, over short term, people shouldn't obsess if you're having a week where it's not going down, but over the longer term, if you're trying to get lean and your weight isn't going down, you're not getting leaner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's just not happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's the reality. It's impossible to lose 12 inches of size from your body and not be any lighter. Like, every inch of your body has mass to it. If you're going to lose any of it, you could chop your finger end off and you'd be a teeny little bit lighter. It's impossible.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the... forgetting it. I mean, obviously, if you've got physical photos, that's pure evidence. This is fucking... I mean, don't get us wrong, people can fudge fucking photos, can't they? But, like, the physical evidence of photos, you can see shape, you can see definition, you can see leanness, see without mentioning the body weight. But the body weight is such a huge factor because it is showing what's happening. When people are posting about how many inches and about even body fat percentage, because, like, they could be using some fucking 20 quid scales from Tesco's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, unless you've got really decent ones, or like you have went and had like a bod pod, whatever, you're not going to get that same level of results. So the lies in itself is the special. It's the tape measures, it's the inches, it's the whatever else. It's all bullshit. I fucking hate it, and I can't believe. It is. I never want to like, but there's one person, and I know they charge fucking like 50 quid an hour. Do you know what I mean? And in every other week, it's like a new client who's been there a week or 2 weeks. They've lost X amount of inches, and it's like, how he is still falling for this.
Yeah, and it's not like I said, it's all completely open to interpretation because they can't go home and like test it themselves.
Nah.
It's like, oh well, I've held it in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, it's so easy to manipulate to get the result that you want. And if you're paying £50 an hour as a client, you're so desperate for that result, you're going to believe it and you're going to go along with it because you really, really want that result. You want to believe it.
Yeah.
You want to believe that you're changing.
I suppose that's why they're making 50 quid an hour, aren't they? Because they're getting result after result.
Well, this
fucking...
is it. I think the time frames as well, the like biggest lie about transformations, it's like when it's a weekly transformation, it's like you need to be honest about what's happened beforehand.
Yeah.
We could literally be like, he's someone, look what they've done in 12 weeks. And yes, they have got, but we always talk about the time beforehand.
Yeah.
We always talk about the work that's got in, that's allowed them to be able to achieve that result in 12 weeks. We'll never be literally saying, we pulled this person in off the street, trained them for 12 weeks and fucking look at them. Because it's bollocks. And that's another one. It's like you need to be honest about the foundations, about what's actually happened prior to that photo shoot.
Why just resistance training?
So I think about this all the time when people go on and think. Firstly, because you can only do so many things to the human body, and we keep going back to this. You can only lose fat and you can only build muscle. They're really the only two things you can do. The fat loss is always going to come from nutrition and activity. You can't just endlessly burn fat doing cardio. It's been proven fucking time and time again. It's inefficient, it doesn't work, people will burn out. And then when it comes to building muscle, the only way to build muscle is by resistance training, by progressive resistance, by consistently coming in, doing the same exercises and then doing them repeatedly with more and more weight. So therefore, as a coach, the best use of my time is unequivocally to get people in and to get people training properly, training correctly and increasing their load to put muscle on the body, because without adding muscle to the body, we can't create the sort of lean muscular bodies without a lot of fat on that everybody wants to have and that everybody needs to have. And it's that simple. Plus, anybody can make themselves sweat.
Yeah.
You do not need a coach to make you do cardio. And I explain this all the time. Like, what good is, like, am I going to stand next to you and watch you run on a treadmill? Am I going to watch you bust your arse on an exercise bike? Like,
they do though, Dan.
It's a complete waste of, it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your money. If you're going to have a coach, make sure that that coach is supervising and getting you to do the one thing that you won't be able to do by yourself. which is lift heavy weights, because people don't have the confidence, they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the ability most of the time to train the way that they need to by themselves and without supervision. So therefore, use your coach to do the one thing that you can't do by yourself. If you want to do cardio, if you want to add some cardio in, you can sit in an exercise bike. You don't need me there to watch you sit in an exercise bike. You can go for a run, you can swing a fucking kettlebell around, whatever you want to do, you can do by yourself. You don't need a coach there.
Yeah.
So it's just, everything to me is just black and white in efficiency. What's the most efficient way to get there? What's the best way to do it? How does it work? And how can we implement that? And the best use of your time with a coach is for them to be taken to your resistance training sessions. Simple as that.
Why is lifting key for longevity?
Because you need to maintain muscle. Everybody knows that as we get older, hormones change, we start to lose muscle mass. Up until about the age of 30, most people will maintain and build muscle mass quite efficiently. Beyond that, we're always losing it. The way that you stop losing it, the same as anything, use it. And if you're continuously using your muscle mass by coming in and by lifting weights and by pushing it, you're going to keep it. And the more of that muscle you can keep, the more structural integrity you're going to have to your body. It's going to be harder to get injured. It's going to be stronger. You're going to be more capable. If you think of falling, a body that has a lot of muscle mass, when it falls, is going to be far more protected and far more resilient than basically just a skeleton with a load of unnecessary weight attached to it. It's just common sense. The absolute best way to preserve quality of life as you get older is to preserve muscle mass. This is the number one reason why young people are genuinely in better shape, more robust, more resilient than older people, because they have more muscle on their body. And like I say, for most people, as you get older, you get less and less muscle, you get more and more fat. So the thing that actually helps you move, helps you do anything with your body, you're getting less of, and all you're doing is replacing it with just dead weight all the time, just like putting bricks in a backpack. It's just more dead weight that you're carrying around, and you've got less power to carry it. And at the same time, your skeletal structure, all that sort of thing is weakened. Osteoporosis comes in. Lifting weights combats that. It keeps your bones strong, not just your muscles. It keeps your tendons and your ligaments intact. And yeah, it's everything. It's everything that allows the body to do what the body's designed to do.
It's not a metabolism issue, it's a muscle mass issue, isn't it?
100%, yeah. It's everything.
Why is it underestimated then? Or if you feel as though it is?
It's getting better. It's better now. Like I said, I know I've mentioned it before, there was like the Lift More study. I looked at it when I was in university, which he said you're talking 15 years ago now. It was done in Australia, and it was done in care homes, going in, getting them to lift heavy weights, and the effects that was having on osteoporosis. And it's took until now for it to start, for older people, for women approaching the menopause, for it to be now almost the generic advice of lifting weights, which is fucking mint. Like I couldn't be happier, but it's took that long to get there. And even now, it's still people who think they need to be doing cardio. I need to be doing cardio, I want to lose weight, I need to be doing cardio. The clue's in the name. Cardio trains your cardiovascular muscles, it trains your heart, it trains your lungs. And yes, it's important for longevity, but it's not the priority if you're still carrying a load of unnecessary fat and you've got no muscle. We need to fix that problem first. This is my problem with coaches, and it drives around the fucking bend. It's hierarchy of change. This needs to be the first thing you fix. The first thing we need to fix is we need to get rid of all that extra weight you're carrying, because no matter what you do, nothing is putting more pressure and more taxing to your heart and your lungs than just constantly carrying an excessive amount of mass all day. That is absolutely priority number one. We need to get rid of that. Once we do that, we need to build up some muscle and some strength. We need to actually allow you to have a body that's capable of doing the things that are then going to improve your cardio fitness, things like running, things like high intensity. You try doing any level of high intensity. Look at the Ozempic crew at the minute, the fucking zombies, where they're walking around and they're literally so emaciated. All they've got left on the bone is a skeleton. So they're literally a skeleton. No fat, no muscle, no anything. You try to get them to do any form of high intense exercise. What's going to happen? They can't do it.
Yeah.
And this is the secondary thing we need to, once we've got rid of all that unnecessary fat, there needs to be muscle. We need to build muscle so they've got a functional, resilient, strong body. then we'll maybe worry about implementing other stuff at the top.
Yeah.
It's the hierarchy of change. It's not that these things aren't important. It's just a time and a place to introduce them.
I like that. I fucking like that. Like, switch.
Why does being specialist matter?
Every single thing you've just said.
Yeah.
It's everything I'll tell you what, everything you've just said there, but I suppose specialist in the terms of like, we train people 4 days a week, we're training, resistance training only, and like that's everything. Everybody else out there, they'll either be like the what's it called? High rocks.
Yep.
Like high rocks. So it's all conditioning type of stuff, but then you've got like an all cardio thing, or what people call small group personal training is hybrid. Yeah. And everybody else does that, but it's like exactly what you've just said there about those hierarchies of which order it should go in. It's like 20 stone Alice. Yeah, let's say she does a hybrid approach. Yeah, resistance training, great, but then she shouldn't be jumping over a bench into a burpee and stuff like that.
Problem is, 20 stone Alice is getting a heart rate spiked just walking to Tesco.
Yes, yeah.
Like, and this is again, it's like, well, steps on cardio. They are if you're overweight and out of shape.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks, like, to be honest, me and you could probably say, yeah, we're hybrid train. I do a lot of lifting, I do quite a lot of running at the minute, because we're in a position to do that. And hybrid training is great when you are in shape.
Yes, yeah.
The problem is, you're then trying to fit everyone into that same box when really you need to be focusing on other things first.
Yeah, but I think I like that we're there for that specialist reason, and for the obviously the age category who we tend to coach like across the board. I like being that place to go to. It's like when we say, and I mean, I suppose nowadays, even though we've done it for fucking however many years, it is at the forefront now. And there is so many older people like, no, I just want to do resistance training. And it's like, they'll go to somewhere else, like, oh, they're still doing the cardio and stuff like that. They're still doing burpees involved. I don't want to do that. I want to do resistance training. And that's what we're here for. And we don't do Olympic lifting or anything like that. It is your basic static stuff, what's always fucking worked. And I like to be that. And I like it to keep it basic as possible, because basic works. And I don't care when people are like, oh, it's getting boring, I need something different and all the rest of it. It's like, this works.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bullshit you and say, right, well, we've got to do fucking a kilometre run between every set. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
It's the jack of all trades, master of none. It's impossible to be an expert in everything. So be an expert in one thing, but make that one thing the thing that you do. So you actually have a 100% understanding of what you were doing and why you were doing it. Because ultimately, that's what people want. They want clarity. They don't want just a mix of all sorts. They want absolute clarity.
And there isn't a goal with it. It's like we got all the progression. That's the thing. We can track every single progression. I can't track whether you've done 20 burpees in a minute or 10 burpees 1 week. Do you know what I mean? We can't do that. And what's the progression in that? Like, what are you achieving from that? Where we're trying to achieve them in strength through like fucking whichever hinge or whatever movement pattern we're trying to get them to do it through, and we want that to carry on through life. So yeah.
Why do we have to charge more?
Because it's personal training. But you know what? I don't even think we charge more. I think we're cheap. We're cheap for what we get. For what you're getting from us, from let's say our barbell in-house, where you're getting trained 4 days a week, you're getting all your nutrition coaching, all the rest of it, it's a fucking bargain. It's not even like, yes, compared to a normal gym membership, even like a fancy gym membership, do you know what I mean, where you've got your sauna and all that, which doesn't get your results, by the way, we're more expensive than that. I mean, obviously people will compare you to a fucking pure gym all the time. Well, I can pay 20 quid from there. Yeah. We fuck off then. Like, you're not going to get the results what you're going to get from us. But we're giving that super high level of coaching, and I still think it is cheap, because like it is, we know online coaches who charge more than that, a lot more, double more. But if you would ever get one-to-ones with us, it would cost you probably 4 times as much. So like for that level of what we're giving you, So yeah, I don't think we are. No, I think we should charge more.
But see, we'll sit there. Obviously, I'm a coach. I work for you, and we'll sit here and we'll explain all this in detail, and we'll explain everything behind this. Do you think this knowledge comes free?
Oh no. Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like in order to specialize in something, in order to be a coach who has this level of understanding and has the ability to get you those sorts of results, we can't afford to do it for fuck all, you know. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Knowledge in any industry, you have to pay. If you want quality, you have to pay for it, and the only way that you can possibly provide high quality on a small scale, where very few people are getting a lot of these coaches' time, is to charge for it.
Yeah. I mean, just between me, you, Sarah, and Joe, we've got 55 years worth of experience.
It's tell me, in what other industry would you have that level of knowledge and that level of experience and only be paying that?
Yeah, exactly.
Try to get any level of like what's it called, when you do consultancy work and all that. The money that people charge for expertise, this is what it is. It's no better, it's no less than anything. In fact, arguably, it's probably more important, because what are you without a healthy body?
Yeah.
And yeah, for the knowledge and the effort and the education and the dedication that coaches have to put into getting themselves up to that level, to get 4 hours of their time a week for what people pay, you shouldn't be complaining. And if you do complaining, you're probably in the wrong place, because you probably don't get it.
Yeah, that's it. If you'll always, if you use it, enjoy it, you'll always get your money's worth, won't you? That's the thing.
I mean, that kind of ties into the next question. So, who thrives here?
Ooh.
Who doesn't?
Who thrives here? I think it's once they get that bit of a click of like, actually, that resistance training is what it is, and it's sort of happily being able to follow instructions in a way, like people who are like sort of willing to like just let go and like let the barriers down a bit, because I mean we've probably had members over the years who's just been like, no, like, well, I used to do it this way and I used to do it that way. The people who put barriers up, and then like somebody else in the same session is probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, like just follow along, like, but those, I don't know, those people who put barriers up, who probably think they know better, tend not to come here. So those people who can let those walls down, and
you've got to be able to drop the ego to an extent.
Yeah, drop the ego. Yeah. That's a good term. Yeah, people who want to drop the ego as people who thrive here. I was looking for the word. Yeah. Yep. So why do members stay 10 plus years?
They see the value in it. They're getting the results. And if something's working, you're going to stay. And like I said, the biggest thing that I hear every single week from clients is, I couldn't do this alone.
Yes.
In the sense that like they just know that they couldn't train, like because they've got results and because they're seeing the progression, because of how they're training, they recognise that, right, okay, this is how I need to train. So then the question becomes, can I replicate what I now know that I need to do by myself? And in most cases, the answer is no. There will be some people who can. People like me and you who are very experienced, proficient trainers, can train by ourselves. Although what I will say is I couldn't if I had to go to a normal gym.
Yeah.
I can only train the way I like to train because I've got my own space to train in.
Yeah.
Normal people aren't going to have that unless they have a garage gym, etc. But even then, it's like the time it takes me to like convince my clients to have the confidence and the trust in me to like do a heavy back squat, it takes ages. Mm-hmm. They're so hesitant, they're so nervous, and it takes ages to actually get over that fear. Imagine trying to do that without a coach.
Yeah.
And it's not that you need to be doing those exercises. You could goblet squat, which is safer. You could do leg press, hack squat, etc. But there's a lot of benefits to doing these exercises, and they enjoy doing them. When you get into it and you get good and you start seeing the weights up, they're enjoyable. It's fun. Lifting heavy when you enjoy training is fun. Doing heavy deadlifts is fun. And people want to keep that. They don't want to lose their ability to do that. And as soon as they aren't here anymore, they aren't going to be able to train like that.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, that's why.
Obviously, there's a lot of the community stuff, definitely having the friendships and the relationships. We've built on that, but again, it's always secondary, because if you're not getting the results you want, if you're not getting it out of it, you're not going to stay. Regardless of how much you enjoy training, you need to be actually getting the most out of your training, because that is what you're here for. You can meet the same people for a coffee once you're friends with them.
Yeah, I was going to move on to the next one. So that's like what makes the community. What makes our community different? Because I think everybody does, like, it's a big buzzword for everybody, community, and I hate to use it as a buzzword, but it's so fucking true about our community, and I love it.
It's something we're great at, something we've always been great at, but it's still very much an X factor, in the sense of, like, most aspects of the business, I can tell you a million reasons why they work, especially like the training stuff, do you know what I mean? It's a weird one, because I don't like manufactured community.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate, like, happy clapping, like, let's meet up, and, like, it's so fake, it's so phony, and they aren't real relationships.
Yeah.
I'm very much a proponent of organic community, but why we seem to be so good at cultivating those relationships between people, I don't know. I think it is very much a case of we tend to attract like for like, and I was thinking this the other day, in a sense of I don't really have anybody in my life who's anything like me.
Right.
In terms of, like, relationships, in terms of, like because you form friendships over multiple years, over different places, but then you change, things change, and it's like, it's very hard to have people in your life who are like you, who want to do the things you want to do, who want to have the conversations you want to have, who, like, have the same thought processes. And I think by finding something like this as an adult, which you found your own way to, which is something that at some point you've decided this is the type of person I want to be, your parallel has also made that decision and also found themselves there. Yeah. And then it's kind of like, you want to do the things I want to do, you've got the same goals that I've got, let's be friends. But do you know what I mean? It's like you're putting people together in an environment that they've developed into and that they've chose to be into, whereas most of the relationships we have in our life are relationships that have come with us. Yeah. And I think that's refreshing for people. I think they like the fact of, like, all of a sudden I've got a friend I can go to a walk with. Yeah. I've got a friend who doesn't tell us to just have the bottle of wine. When actually what you want is the friend to go, no, Howell, we'll just go for a coffee, we'll not have a drink. We're both trying to be good. Because the last thing you want when you're trying to make a hard change is resistance. And so much of your old relationships, or existing relationships, are only ever going to provide resistance from change. Whereas, like I said, if you're meeting people who are after the same thing as you, who have put themselves in that same environment, and are probably in that same mindset at that same time, it's going to form a good bond. And if you think of all of your lasting friendships, your friendships you make at school, your friendships you make at university, why are they so strong? They're so strong because you have both found yourselves in the same place at the same time, and that's what's created that initial bond and connection. And then you have this huge void of life where you never sort of find yourself in that same place at the same time to make these new relationships. So I think people do latch onto that quite a lot.
God, that could be a full podcast in itself, couldn't it? I like that though, yeah. It's, I suppose, say these people who train on Friday night, right? Let's say, generally, if they weren't doing here, they'd be out with their mates having a piss up,
Of course.
But now they've found this path, what you've just described there. But they're still having a Friday night, but they're still getting that laugh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With the same people in there. But they're not just down the pub having a pint talking about getting pissed 20 years ago. Because that's what you do when you meet up with your old friends. You talk about the past. So remember when you did this, remember when you did that. But when you're now at this gym on the Friday night, you're still getting that banter between yous, so you're still getting that social aspect, but bettering yourself as well.
And it's like one of the biggest things I think that people miss is, like, people genuinely, like, showing an interest in them. Like, you'll hear a lot of people, like, where relationships break down and stuff. It's like, oh, my partner would never just ask how my day was. All of a sudden, you've got people who are invested in you. You come in, how's your day been? Like, it's the first question we all ask. How's your day been? What you have for tea? Like, how was work? And all of a sudden, you've got people actually showing an interest in you. And for a lot of people, it's like, God, when was the last time anyone made an effort to actually start those sorts of conversations. Like, as adults, we're shit at making friends. Like, you'll see with the Ben, you'll see with Casterly, you'll just take them somewhere and, like, off the pop, and they just can find someone roughly their same age and size, and they're away, best mates for the day.
Yeah.
Like, we're terrible at, like, forming new relationships. So again, it forces people into that box. It forces them to take an interest in each other, and
and they come quickly friends. I never thought of it like that, because, like,
it's good.
So when the kids are playing and, like, the parents are sitting out at the other side of the room, I didn't want to talk to them. Like, I'm not socially. I mean, I'm socially brilliant.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that side of things, like, I didn't really want to date. Like, anybody in here, I'm brilliant with. But it's like anything like that, I don't want to know.
I think it's being alone as well, because it's like, if I just dropped you in a random country by yourself to travel, wouldn't take you long to make friends, would it?
Yeah.
But I bet if you and Sarah went on holiday, do you talk to anyone else?
No, we don't.
There you go. That's why, because you've already got someone there. In the gym, people are put there by themselves. Yeah. They've got to form relationships, otherwise they're going to be by themselves. And the quickest way to make a friend is to have none. Like, as soon as you're alone, you'll find someone to talk to. As soon as you've got, like, a comfort blanket of the people around you, you don't have any reason to.
Oh, there's some studying to do with all that, isn't it? I'd say, why do people thrive here? But I suppose
it's all part of it. I think we've probably covered that. What does over 250 members say about us?
That we're doing something right.
It's the proof in the pudding, isn't it? It's everything we've just talked about. There's the evidence. Yeah,
I think why we've got that, and I mean, it might seem quite low numbers considering when we say we've got 3 units, but people have got to bear in mind Concert is this very small unit, which only has 24 people, so that's 10% of our clients there, and then Sunderland and Durham, but we coach small group training.
But the clue's in the name.
Yeah, the clue's in the name, small group training. But that's it. Like, Sarah is as well. Super proud of that, to be able to build those numbers up. Don't get us wrong. Like, when we had the large group training, I think at one point we had about 350 members at one point. But that was a large group training where we could have like 20, 25 people in a class and stuff like that on top of the small group training. But to be able to build that up to where it is, and for people to believe in us that much, and for people to go on this path of, like, weightlifting is for them, the proof's in the pudding, and proud of that.
It's just validity. It is. It's like, we can't talk about community, we can't talk about members staying, we can't talk about getting results if we've got fucking 10 clients. You can't. It's like,
exactly.
Why do we have so many older clients?
Because I'm old as fuck. Do you know what it is? Same again. I don't like. I like to. I know when I'm saying the word older. I think I probably need to put like a bit of an age on that, don't I? Like 40 plus, say. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, say 40 plus. Why 40 plus? And it's not that we don't train people in the 20s or 30s, whatever else. It's just how naturally we've come, 40s, 50s. To be honest, it's probably 45 plus. I get them. They get us. We get resistance training, as much as it should be for everybody. It should be more inclined now, even for that older audience as well. Like, that older audience does need it even more so. It's no good somebody starting a fitness journey at 50 and telling them to run. Do you know what I mean? And why? It's a tricky one. It's why I like older people, and they're a better client.
It's like, I think financially is probably a part. Obviously, so because of the way we train people, it can't be cheap. And older people tend to just have that little bit more disposable income, or they're more willing to delegate it to something like this as opposed to trying to go out. But also, it's the point, like, if you get in your car and drive home now and it's fine, you wouldn't take the garbage, would you? Because there's nothing the matter with it. If there was a problem with it, you're then going to go and get it looked at. Once you hit 40 and 50, because your body's no longer just maintaining itself naturally, you're starting to get these problems. And people are only going to address problems when they become problems. Not many people are going to have the foresight to think, right, well, I'm in my 20s now and I feel great, but I still want to feel like this in my 50s. So I'm going to start training now to make, like, people don't think like that. we might, but more normal people do not think like that. It's when they get older and the bodies start falling apart that they think, oh shit, I need to do something about that. And like I said, now there's more education, there's more information than ever. People realise that the answer to that, the way to fix that, the way to stop your body falling apart is to hold it together with muscle.
I think it's one of the things of people who we want to work with as well. Like we've never had mirrors. I've always said no egos, and that isn't ever been a buzzword. I've trained in many gyms, and I don't like people. Like, I don't like the fucking rah rah and the string of vests or the tops off in most gyms. Like, I've never liked that environment, and I think we shout a lot about that, like about how, well, community as well. We do community, non-ego, no mirrors, resistance training for all, and I think that's how it should be, and that's why that created space has probably attracted those older members, because I don't want to fucking be in somebody's background of a video of somebody doing a bloody RDL hoop shot, do they? But they don't, and we've created a place where none of that happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. Yeah, we might have our cameras out taking a few little pictures of them, but we're not showcasing the leanest girl in the gym, like, constantly.
You're not going to get shouted at for walking in front of someone's tripod.
Yeah, or like with his knee tripods and that's the thing. And I think that's why older people don't want to put up with that bullshit. And then when they do sign up to these commercial gyms, that's what they're saying. It's like, is this a gym? Like,
and I think, I mean, I've just sort of thought of that there. Like, I mean, I'm still actually quite young, even though you wouldn't think it.
Yes,
but
he's 55.
The rate at which the world's changing frightens me. Like, and like you say, I look at gyms, I look at young people now, and I don't understand them. I don't understand the world, like, as it is. So I think, well, how must that be for someone who's like 20 or 30 years older than me? How lost and baffled must they be just by the way people just go on, and the behaviour, and like the world that they live in must just confuse and infuriate them every day. So to find an environment where other people are like you, rather than the thing that's annoying you and the thing that you don't understand, is, again, it makes you feel comfortable, it makes you feel at home straight away, because it's like, I get these people, I feel comfortable around these people, I'm not confused or threatened by these people, I'm happy here.
Free coffee as well.
Free coffee as well.
Free coffee as well. Quick fire round, so this is for both of us then. Most overrated thing in fitness?
Trying to do everything at the same time. So what I mean by that is, like, trying to improve and change every aspect, trying to do your cardio, your weightlifting, trying to focus on everything rather than fixing one problem at a time.
My most overrated thing in fitness? Influencers. Biggest mistake gym owners make?
Changing to suit what's fashionable, because like we said before, it cycles, and you'll either lose credibility or you'll be left behind.
Yeah, following the crowd. What separates average versus elite?
Mentality and standards. Having a deep integrated standard that you will not allow yourself to fall below.
Keep pushing forward. Get up fucking early. If you're not thinking, I'll say from business terms, if you're not thinking about that all the time and how to improve your product every day, that's the difference. If you're not, like for me, every single fucking day is, what can I do more? What can I do more? And if you're not making those things, you'll go out. Why do people stay stuck?
Lack of data. People don't measure things well enough. Like they'll eat healthy, they'll work out, not train. They don't follow a program that has progression. They don't track the food so they actually know what they've had. Everything's just kind of a rough idea of what they should be doing. But it's that old thing, you can't eat cleaner than clean. Like, eventually you need data to be able to monitor changes or to be able to predict changes.
Yeah. What he said. I like how you're answering these first. Best thing about our gyms?
It has to be the community. It really does, because everyone thinks about how clients feel, but in order to be good coaches as well, you have to feel great, and to come into a good, happy community allows everyone to be better. it keeps everything working. Everything that we do good comes off the back of everybody feeling good. So yeah, it has to be the community side of things.
Yeah, man, would it just been the banter? Like literally the banter. You walk it like in the morning. It's just fucking.
It's like as robotic and as black and white as I am about everything. All of that stuff only works alongside the feeling good and the community and that X factor.
Yeah, we could have all the knowledge in the world, which we do, Dan. But if we had shit personalities, like that's it.
Like yeah, it's a necessity.
I don't really want to ask that one. Worst type of client?
I mean, I can answer it.
Go on then.
Like I said before, like when a client comes in,
an asshole,
and they think no better.
Yeah,
and it's like I can't understand the idea of it, because like every time I've ever went to any sort of seminar, anything I've ever went to, I've always put myself so far on the back foot of like even if I've got there and thought this isn't what I thought it was going to be, like I'm so willing to be like, I can learn anything. I can learn something from you. I could sit and watch the worst person in the world present, and I'll come away having a better idea of what a bad presentation looks like. Mm-hmm. And to have that mentality of like, do this. Oh, no, that's not right. Like, just question every single thing. It's like, how on earth can I possibly help you if you're just going to question and deny every single thing I ask you to do?
Yeah, the paying for help but not willing to take it. Which is,
but like
which
I say,
crazy,
they don't last long.
Yeah.
And we don't get many, and the ones that we do get don't last long.
Yeah. One thing we do better than anyone else?
I think it's hard to pigeonhole it to one thing. Data. It has to be data. If it's going to be one thing, because data isn't just the food data, isn't just the step data, it's the training data. It's the fact that I can tell every single person every weight they've ever lifted and every exercise for the entire time they've been here. It's it
comes back to that fully coaching, doesn't it?
Without data, you can't achieve outcomes. It's just it's impossible. It's literally everything, because data is everything.
Mint. Well, if you've enjoyed all of that, some links below. Click the links below and get to work with us. But we call in with Sarah. She'll walk and talk you through the program if we haven't already answered your questions from that one. But thanks a lot, Danielson. Let's go.